December of 2024 alone, all the AI companies had major releases and major announcements. And OpenAI did their 12 days of OpenAI, basically, where every single day for 12 days, they launched a new feature, including Sora and the announcement of their new model O3, those types of things. Yes, I think AI is still super early and it's not too late to jump in. And I'm not even talking about creating the large language models. I'm just talking about using it to gain a little bit of experience in whatever it is that your young adult is trying to do, whatever task they have, trying to figure out how they can utilize AI to help them work more efficiently and how it can augment their current work.
A good way to use this too is doing it in school when they have projects, when they have things that they have to do, and just allowing them to use it because they're going to have to in the workforce.
Definitely. Schoolwork is a big one. And I just heard about it. I didn't read this. So this is like
hearsay.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Like tertiary source here.
Coconut wireless.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Basically, it was a student wrote an essay and it was good, but it got flagged for being AI generated. And he is sticking to his guns and saying it wasn't AI generated, like I wrote it. That's the future that we live in now.
I've actually heard that that's happening, again, secondary sources. I have actually heard that that's been happening on college campuses too, where a lot of people are writing papers and then they are being incorrectly flagged because their professors are not reading their papers. They're using AI to read their papers. And then the AI that the professors are using is saying, this is AI generated. And the kids are like, it's not AI generated. And then they're just locked in this battle because nobody can really prove one way or the other.
But to get back to how AI is going to continue to roll on, especially if they're in the 16 to 20-year-old range or younger, older, but especially in that, going to enter the workforce looking for their first job. Possibly if you're on the older side of that, 18, 19, 20, they've already been working in fast food. They've already been working in retail, but they're looking for their first, I hate to say career, but they're looking for their first transition out of that into something that they think they're going to be doing long term. Not that there's anything wrong with working in the restaurant or working retail or anything like that, but they're looking for their first transition out. In all of those roles going forward, their jobs are going to be augmented by AI quite a bit. For them now, if they have a way to deploy AI into their daily habits and into their daily tasks, the more they play with it, the more they'll know what it can do. Hey there, I hope that you're loving this episode of the Degree Free Podcast. We spend a ton of time every week creating this content for you. So my only ask is you take a quick second to leave a review or a thumbs up on whatever platform you're on. It's one of the best and easiest ways that you can support this podcast, and this simple action can help bring more people into the Degree Free community. At Degree Free, we want to help as many people as we can thrive and succeed without needing a college degree. Your review will be a step in that direction. If you could do this small favor right now, pause this and leave a review. It would truly mean the world to us. Thank you, and back to the show. For example, if they're trying to put together like a Lego set, you can ask ChatGPT, like, what is the most efficient way to put together this Lego set? Or what are the Lego sets that I need to complete my collection? And then see, okay, these are the types of answers that it gives, and this is how it alters the way that I would have approached this work, because I would have just looked at the instructions, or I would have just whatever, name this tactic, name that tactic. That's what I would have done, but this is what it's doing, and it's already augmenting my work. That is the goal now. But if they learn the basics now and they go, and later on the goal changes, but the nature of the work doesn't, which is, hey, I have a goal that I need to reach, and there's a bunch of steps that I need to do to get from point A, where I am now, to point B, the end of this project, the end of this goal. How can I get there? And then if they can prompt ChatGPT, or if they can figure out a more intuitive way that's not just through ChatGPT, if they can build a tool or something like that that's much more intuitive, and that's getting a little far down the weeds, but if they can do that and augment their work, that's huge. By the time they make their first transition or their second transition, they are light years ahead of the people that have been doing it for a long time. They can come into it with fresh eyes, and also maybe knowing a little bit more about what AI can do. And they'll be like, hey, this is how we do it. And they might be able to say, why? This is a more efficient way to do it.
That's a really underrated thing, because they are going to go into the workforce. And usually when you get new generations into the workforce, they bring change anyway. But when they're able to use these really powerful tools in addition to their new view of things, it will push them quite a bit further in their careers than anything else. All right.